Hey everybody, Travis Bowman here. I'm a fingerstyle guitar player and retro video gaming nerd. I wanted to talk about a very simple modification that I did on some Beyerdynamic headphones. Now if you're into audio editing and mixing, you probably already know that these are some of the preferred headphones to get out there for that kind of work. These are the DT770 Pros, and as you can see, they've been well used since I first got these in 2015. These headphones are primarily what I've been using for my audio setup. Every single video that you have seen me put out, I've used these headphones to mix the audio. But what I wanted to talk about today are these. These are the new DT770 Pro X limited edition from Beyerdynamic. So my reason for purchasing these is not to replace the ones that I already have, because those are just fine. The reason that I wanted to get these is not for me, but for my wife. My wife likes to have headphones on while she's doing stuff around the house or working. She works from home, and she wanted to get some headphones that weren't like your typical in-your-ear sort of headphones like these are. Those are just not very comfortable, especially if you're going to be listening to music for a long period of time. We tried just a regular pair of headphones like these, and the problem is that the cup is extremely small, and for somebody that has piercings in your ear, it can be very uncomfortable in a short amount of time. And if you're going to have these on and listening to music all day, it's not going to be that comfortable. But I did notice that she really liked my headphones, the DT770 Pros, because those cups in there are actually really big, and you've got this really nice cushion right there that's not exactly like that pleather, fabric. This is actually some really nice cushiony material there that's really nice on your ears for a long period of time. And that makes sense because these are designed to be worn by audio editors and mixers and stuff like that. So they're designed to be worn for a long time. So you're probably thinking, okay, problem solved, just get her some of these DT770s. Well, you've got the 3.5mm auxiliary jack on these, and most smartphones these days, which is what people usually listen to music on, don't have that option anymore. There's no connectivity like that with these. And I wanted her to have a Bluetooth solution where she wouldn't have to deal with all of this wire hanging out and everything like that. So I started doing some research, and I found this Reddit post. A gentleman pretty much got the same kind of headphones that I have here, but he took this wire and just sort of wrapped it around the top of the headpiece there. And I figured that was kind of a cool idea, but my problem is my wife has long hair, and I don't want it to kind of catch up in here and pull her hair out while she's trying to either take the headphones off or put them on. So that was out of the question. So I found these. Now these are not branded as wireless headphones. Beyerdynamic makes wireless headphones, but they don't make the DT770s, which is, in my opinion, some of the best headphones out there. They have their own brand of Bluetooth wireless headphones, but they're not the same. I actually bought a pair, and I was hoping that it would be kind of the same style. But I don't know about you guys, but there's a huge issue when you're trying to find some very specific headphones. They never really tell you what size the cups are for your ears, which is a huge problem, because I was trying to find that information and take measurements to make sure that there's going to be enough clearance to where my wife's ears aren't going to be bothered, and I could not find any of that information. There's no measurements out there for these things. So I stumbled upon this pair right here, and it caught my eye specifically because of the fact that it's got a mini XLR cable instead of just having it wired into the headphones. You can actually remove this thing, and it comes with a really long cable, and that's to be expected for headphones like this. But what I did was I found this Bluetooth receiver right here on Amazon, and I decided to go ahead and get a mini XLR to 3.5mm auxiliary jack. So that's exactly what I've done here. You can see it's connected mini XLR, and it goes up, and there's the 3.5mm into the Bluetooth receiver there, and it's charged using this micro USB cable there. So I basically took that guy's idea on Reddit of just wrapping the entire cord around the headphones themselves and eliminated that problem by just getting a small cord and this is just connected right now with a zip tie. And I was thinking about possibly getting some of that Velcro and actually Velcroing it to the headset, but so far this has actually kind of held it, so I haven't really done that yet because it's not going anywhere, and I really didn't want to damage the headphones, and adding some Velcro on there might do that. And this is totally temporary. If you decided you wanted to go back to using this as your primary mixing headphones, it's as easy as taking our new cable out and using the stock one that came with them. You can just unplug this right there and you still have that Bluetooth receiver, but it honestly doesn't weigh much at all. So when you have it on your head, you don't really feel that extra added weight on there because honestly there really isn't any. If you're looking into something like this and you just really like these headphones, this is probably a really good idea if you want to do some Bluetooth audio with these really nice studio quality headphones. So these aren't cheap, and this quote-unquote modification isn't going to be cheap either. The headphones are quite expensive, but they're Beyerdynamic, so that's to be expected. This Bluetooth receiver was about $100, and I think it's one of the better ones that you can get. I know there are some cheaper ones out there, but I wanted to make sure that this was going to be the best possible thing that I could get for these headphones. This cable was really cheap. It was like $10 or less, so it's really not that bad. But connecting these to your smartphone is actually really easy. The one thing that you kind of have to worry about is latency, but if you're just listening to, you know, Spotify or something like that, you shouldn't really have to worry about it. Now, if you want to watch some videos or something like that, you'll probably experience a little bit of latency, and from what I've seen and heard, the iPhone has a little bit more trouble with that latency compared to like an Android device. I just thought I'd share this out there for those of you that might be interested in doing something like this yourself. It's actually an extremely easy mod. You need 3 things: the headphones, the smaller cable, and then you've got the Bluetooth receiver. And I have no idea if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but I think it's Qdelix, Q-U-D-E-L-I-X, and I'll put everything in the link in the description below if you want to check it out yourself. Anyway, I just thought I'd share this video with those of you that might have some interest in it. Thanks so much for checking it out. Thanks for liking this video and for subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.